All right, with us right now, we've got David Etheredge. David, you're just down the road in the Tampa-St. Pete area, and you are the founder and CEO of SavvyCard. And David, you've kind of worked on a problem, or you've worked on a product that solves a major problem. Now, here's the reality. I go to a handful of conferences, and conferences are really good for my business. So as an agency owner, I love talking with people. I'm going to Inc. 5000 next week, and right. I know that I'm going to go home with, well, let me show you. I've got a stack of business cards. Oh, that's not that, but it's basically, this is how many cards I come home with. It's about that thick when I go to a trade show, and I know I've done a good job. Yeah, there we go. Now, this seems so old school and inefficient. It's like getting a paper newspaper, but yet it's still kind of the way we're doing it. I don't know. I guess, is there a better way?
Yeah.
Boy,
absolutely.
how about that for a softball?
Yeah, it's a softball. You teed it up for me. There's absolutely a better way. Look, I was at a trade show a couple of weeks ago, and our primary clients right now are executives at real estate member organizations like MLSs. And when we sign a contract with one of those real estate member organizations, we tend to get thousands of new users on our platform, and they're significant revenue contracts, like 5-6-figure annual contracts. So when I meet a decision maker at a multiple listing service that I want to do business with, if I hand him a business card, I'm giving him or her control over follow-up. Okay. And even if I get their business card in exchange, I'm probably going to call the number to find that it's an office number and going through a gatekeeper, or I'm sending them an email and it's going into an inbox with hundreds or thousands of other emails. And so it's really hard to rise above the noise level and sending email as a follow-up. So what I do instead is I use SavvyCard and a sales process that we call share in text. And it's very simple. I instead of handing them a business card, I say, can I text you my business card and follow up with you later? And invariably they say sure, and they give me their mobile number. And when they do, they've just given me permission, right? And they have an expectation that I'm going to follow up with them by text message. So at this conference 2 weeks ago, I used this on 4 or 5 MLS executives, and I was able to schedule follow-ups at the show, where I sat down with them for 30 minutes at the show, and we're going to close hundreds of thousands of dollars of business off of those connections, simply because I didn't use the traditional strategy of following up by email after the show. I actually started a conversation with them in real time and was able to book a meeting at the show using share and text.
Okay. So I'm thinking about this now, operation. So the fortune's in the follow-up. And it's amazing how many conferences I go to, exchange business cards, and people are not following up. I do. I follow up. And as a result, we've been very successful as, kind of agency / platform, for what we do. And so here's what I normally do, and tell me how I could make this system work. So collecting all these phone numbers, I don't know but I don't know who they are though, right? And so I'm texting them and hoping that they'll either click my schedule link or somehow we can have that meeting. What should I be doing? And normally, here's what I normally do. I get all the cards, I scan them all in, and then I have my assistant go through, and so she's reaching out, getting everybody on my schedule calendar. That's what we do normally. So I want to be really, really smart. But you're right. I think it's ridiculous that we're using paper cards.
So there's 2 things. One, in a one-to-many environment, right? We have a product called SavvyCard for Speakers, where I do real estate trainings on a regular basis, and I might have 50 realtors in the room. And I don't want to hand out business cards to 50 realtors, and I don't want to collect business cards from 50 realtors, right? So what they do, at the end of my presentation, I say, to get more, to get the slides or to get implementation guides for what I've taught you today, text the word David to 72889, and my SavvyCard will be sent to you by text. And then on my SavvyCard, there are links to where you can get the follow-up information on the class. Or if you'd like to contact me about additional products or services or what have you, then you can do it through my card. So that's one thing that you can do. And you can do that on podcasts, right? You've got an audience that is out there. You don't know who that audience is, right? But you'd love to be able to invite them to engage with you. So this is, SavvyCard for speakers is a mechanism that'll allow you to do that. That's one dimension.
Let me try this with you right now. I'm going to send you a text right now. So what was the number?
Yeah, text David to 72889, which is the number. That number spells savvy, so it's easy to remember.
72889. All right. So I've sent the text in, and then I should probably get a savvy message if I did it right. 72889, David. So we'll let. Oh, here we go. Thank you for requesting David's SavvyCard. Click the following link to view.
Yeah.
And then now we
open up my card on your phone. It'll prompt you to download my contact information into your phone, so that right there, it just popped up on your phone. It's asking you to download my contact information. And
wow.
It's sort of interesting. 50% of phone calls in the United States go unanswered today. And we all know why, right?
I don't know who's calling me. Can I tell you, David, that I don't accept phone calls anymore if I don't have a call, if I don't see who it is. Like, because I'm just going to assume it's spam.
Yeah.
Or
fraud.
Unless they're
this new guy that's popping up on my phone now, fraud risk, right? You've seen that, right?
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
So the bottom line is, if you use share and text when you meet a high quality prospect, let's say that you're at a show and somebody says, I'd really like to book you as a speaker. Okay. You don't want them to go into an undifferentiated group of contacts, right? You want to follow up with them intentionally in real time and start a conversation and make sure that you win whatever that business opportunity is. So what I would recommend you do is you ask them if you can text your business card to them. They're going to say yes. You open up your card, and one of the features on our card is the ability for you to create, canned messages for different types of sales avatars that you work with. So if it's somebody who is a potential, they want to book you for speaking, you would select that from the drop down when you share your card, and it would populate a message. And then when you go look at that after the show, you'll know this is somebody I met on this day. Here's their contact information. They're interested in booking me as a speaker. So it's just a intentional digital process that's going to increase the likelihood that you're going to convert that prospect into a sale.
Wow. I like that a lot. Well, that seems pretty easy. So I'm just kind of playing around, clicking all the buttons on your SavvyCard, and it's pretty slick. So what do we, but now I'm still kind of, so I would be, okay, so let's say that, go through this one more time with me. So let's say I end up collecting like 50 people have texted me.
Right.
What's the easiest way for me to communicate to all of them and say, hey, let's grab 30 minutes. Here's my schedule link. Or is there a better way?
Yeah. So look at my card, go back to my card. If you click on the My Sites button.
Yes.
My calendar is right there at the top of it.
Okay. But that's still real. Okay. So I would send a text with them. I'm reaching out to, so I would have my assistant just kind of text each person individually,
or you just tell people, text Josh to 72889. We can set up, Josh or Etheredge or whatever you want as the text back short code for your card. So when somebody, let's say you got 50 people and they want to schedule a follow-up with you, you can either share your card to them directly, or you can get them to request your card using a text back short code. You can have your assistant email or text it to them. You can post it to social media. You can, there's a bunch of different ways that you can use your SavvyCard to engage prospects.
That's great. Do you have and then of course you have like different designs that you can use as well. Do you have a gallery of designs?
So everything we do is custom. So we're going to do custom designs for you. Like if you sign up for our SavvyCard for Business product, we're going to do a complete custom design for you and for your business, right? Because one size doesn't really fit all. And you give people a bunch of generic templates. I mean, we're talking about for someone like you, one of the most important aspects of your business is the quality of your
Branding.
personal brand, right?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
so using templates is cheesy. Okay. You want to have your brand explicitly, communicate what's unique and valuable about you as a business, as a business person, right? And so we're not going to leave anything to templates. We're going to design a bespoke, card design specifically for you. We'll incorporate calls to action that are specific to what you're looking to drive your, prospects or prospective customers to do. And we'll incorporate, any information. If you're a real estate agent and you want your certifications on there, if you have a tagline or you've got a particular type of, speaking engagement that you like to speak on, we can incorporate that messaging into your card so that as soon as people get it, you're already communicating the value of your brand to them before they ever even get to the point of reaching out to you.
Yeah. Hey, what's kind of cool is you can actually, on your website, SavvyCard.com, I'm actually searching for, and so I'm looking at all of these other SavvyCard designs. So I'm actually, that's kind of nice because now I just want to see what's possible in terms of like, being able to make this fit my branding and, using flat design, it would definitely be a better fit for me. So I'm going through, so you have a search feature right on SavvyCard.com where you can kind of see what a lot of these look like.
That's right. And of course we can design it. If you purchase SavvyCard for Business or SavvyCard for Speakers, we can design a custom design for you that's going to be exactly what you're looking for. If you're interested in Google material, that kind of flat design, then we can do that. If you're interested in something that's more traditional, I've got realtors who are 70 years old. They haven't changed their branding in 40 years, and they want their card to represent the brand that everybody knows them by. So we didn't want to end up with the MySpace problem where people were doing their, people who are not artists and not designers were creating cards and they all sort of looked amateur. We want to make sure that every card that we deploy, has a world-class, design and brand to it.
That's great. That's great. And you and I have a mutual friend in Chris Kremitzos. So.
Oh yeah, Chris is fantastic. I saw Chris at the NSA National Speakers Association show a couple of months ago, and we're planning on going to PodFest in March.
Great, great. Yeah, love PodFest. Speak there, present there. Great, great community. So, well, that's terrific. Okay, so again, if I haven't said it enough in this interview, SavvyCard.com, and that's where you're going to find David Etheredge, who's the founder. And it looks like, so the pricing on a business Savvy card is how much?
It's $149, one-time fee that includes all of the design and setup. We're actually adding a monthly fee on the 20th of October. It'll be $9.99 a month recurring. So if people want to buy before the 20th, then they'll be grandfathered in and never have to pay a monthly fee. But we've had such huge response over the last several months on SavvyCard for Business that we feel comfortable that people are seeing enough value that they'd be willing to pay that monthly fee. But so you got 18 days to get in under the wire and permanently get a SavvyCard without ever having to pay a monthly fee.
Well, sadly, by the time this publishes, that will have been about a month and a half ago. So that's all right. I'm sure for the $9.99, you're going to get lots of great ongoing features and development.
Well, I'll tell you what, if anyone calls our offices and mentions Josh Etheredge, we'll grandfather them into the $149 and no monthly fee. So
there we go.
So there you go. That's a benefit of being one of your listeners.
Awesome. So you go to SavvyCard.com and you can click on the leave a message right there, and that'll get you through to David. David, I want to thank you so much. Like I said, really, really big on I love networking, love person to person, but you're absolutely right. The old business cards, come on, please. Why are we still doing it that way? Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on your show.